What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to be troubleshooting a 2011 Kia Forte. Customer's complaint is check engine lights on and needs to pass smog. The code that I pulled so far is a P200A, intake manifold runner performance bank 1. I don't see any other attached codes that may have something to do with it. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and look up Identifix, look up all data, see the procedures for troubleshooting this code. And then once we have that procedure, then we're going to go ahead and diagnose this car, get it repaired, and then get it road tested and have the monitors clear for smog. So I'm going to go take a look up and see what my test procedures are. We'll come back under the hood and we'll go from there. Okay, so I got the intake manifold runner off. It just sits right here. So what I'm going to go ahead and do real quick is I'm going to get a pair of needle nose pliers, and we're going to see if this thing moves freely. Okay, it goes to stop, and it hits the stop. So doesn't mean the flaps themselves are connected, but that part right there is moving free. So now we have the runner right here, the motor for it. We have the key on still, so we're going to go ahead and do, we're going to start. It says testing, so we should see it move. Okay, as you can see, we're testing and it's not moving. Let's stop it. Let's start it again. So it looks like we have a failed control motor. I'm going to go see if there's any way I can manually test it, like actually actuate it. Let me go do some research as far as the wiring diagram goes, and then if there is, cool, we're going to try that. If there isn't any tests, which I already believe this thing is faulty anyways, so if there isn't, then I'm just going to go ahead and do my inspection and put my report in and go from there. So to get it out, let's get in here and take a look. So you have this bracket that sits right here. So for the purge valve, you have a bolt right here. There's another bolt down here on the bottom. And then once you get that off, you can kind of move to the side a little bit. And then you have a 10mm bolt up here. I would advise removing the 10 millimeter bolts from the throttle body and dropping it, just so your coolant lines are out of the way. That way you get a little bit more room to kind of flex it and get it out. So not too hard, just a couple 10 mils and that's it. All right, so let me go and see what I can do as far as manually testing it, and we'll go from there. So there does seem like I can possibly test it, but to be honest, all these wires are going directly to engine control module, and we have VCM motor output 2, VCM motor output 1. It doesn't say how much voltage is running through it. And last thing I want to do is send power and end up messing up the computer. So I'm just going to recommend it. I'm not going to try and actuate it manually. It doesn't work based on the scan tool. We do have a code for it, so I'm just going to recommend it. We're going to test it before we install it, and then if it works good, then we'll install it, and this car should be done after that. So I'm going to go ahead and put the paperwork in, and we'll move on to the next car. Okay, so we got the new part in. I have the key on. So we're going to go ahead and start testing. And as you can see, it's moving back and forth as it should be. So I'm going to go ahead and reposition the camera. I'm going to reposition the intake manifold runner to match where this is at, and then we're going to go ahead and reinstall this part. so this car is ready to go. I'm going to clear the codes and go road test it. What you see me doing there when I was replacing it was I activated the actuator to go ahead and spin. That way I can install it and I can find the proper spot so it slides into the actual retainer for the actual arms. So I don't want to sit there and keep moving it little by little until it went in, so I just turned it on, let it spin basically until it made it up. And once I felt it go in that extra little oomph, then I went ahead and shut it off. And I left it running. I bolted down one hand tight so it stays put, and then I went ahead and turned it off and then continued with the install. So that's what you see me doing there. I believe I already cleared the codes in order to run the test, so I think we're good to go. Let me just double check. No, because I have the key on, blah blah blah. Clear. Yeah. Okay, so codes are cleared. I'm gonna go drive it, and then I'm gonna let the guys go drive it further to go ahead and clear the monitors. I have no doubt that it's not gonna pass, so it should be fine. That was definitely the problem because we tested the first one and we tested the new one. The old one didn't move, new one moved, so we should be good there. So yeah, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.